Hey guys, it's the Umbreon 1.0. I'm back again. Today we are going to be playing, or I'm going to be playing at least, a game called Metal Storm. I have gotten a decent amount of playtime in on this game already, so please do note that this is not exactly how you start out, but it's very grindy to watch from the start. It's very fun to play, but if you're just watching from the very start, it isn't exactly the most fun. But I would recommend you guys to check it out when you can. And please do know that the game is very fun. It's just a little grindy at the start if you watch along. So I've made the decision to skip over that for the quality of both my sanity, your sanity, and for the entertainment value. But let's just jump right into a team deathmatch on Icebound. The plane I'm using right now is the MiG-23 Flogger. It's a sweep-wing light fighter. It's got 4 short IRs, 2 medium-range manuals, and an internal assault cannon with a lot of kick. With the wings and sweepback, it has an increased speed between 2,000 meters and 3.5 meters. The guns are so powerful that it will literally shred the aircraft if you fire them for too long. And obviously it can sweep its wings back or forward. But yeah. Wait, are they all... Is the entire enemy team just one plane? No. I hate Tomcats. At least when I'm trying to do that opening gambit. If any of you are familiar with the Intercontinental Ballistic Missile opening in chess, this is effectively my version of the ICBM opening, but plain. I can get to a very high speed and pounce on targets out of nowhere. So, thing with this plane is, it's a light fighter, so it has just the worst armor I've ever seen. It does have a lot of firepower though, but the lack of armor can sometimes hinder performance because you have to do slightly more hit and run. Fun fact about that plane, the Mirage F1, that's the only plane in this game to have those medium-range Hunter missiles. Heck, it's the only plane in the game right now to actually have Hunter missiles at all. So even though I haven't been... Oh, shoot. Yeah, precision guns are kind of the bane of this thing, or high fire rate assault guns. Because they can absolutely just shred you, because they're very accurate, and combine that with the, the either medium-high damage to high fire rate. You know, if it's an assault gun, high fire rate is the only way they can really take you out super quickly. But if it's an internal gun or external gun that's a precision gun, you probably want to stay away from that more. Oh. Iceman's on. Good to know. So I've got a couple friends from this game that play the game. Let's see, can I go to Manchester? Yes, I can. Iceman. I've played with him a couple times, actually. As you can see, my favorite plane is the Draken, which is a 60 medium fighter with an unusual delta wing design. They actually have the engine intakes part of the delta wings, as you can see there. And the guns are actually mounted in the wings, as opposed to on the body. As well as the fact that it's got 2 medium-range manuals, 4 short-range IRs, and an internal precision cannon, as well as the delta wing trait. So it has a better turn rate if you brake. So if you're turning and you activate your air brakes while you're turning, you get better turn performance. And it also has a cruising altitude of 2,000 to 3,000 meters. This is, I think, the one of, if not the only one, where I have the special ability. So if I fire a manual missile, a medium-range manual, I can use that lock to guide a short-range IR until the short-range IR can lock on by its own. Which allows me to basically fire a medium-range manual, tap the ability button, fire an IR missile using the medium-range manual's tracking to guide the IR to the target until it can get close enough that it can pick up on the target. And then from there, the IR can also chase down the target on its own, and I don't even have to hold the lock from the medium-range manual if it's already hit, or if the medium-range manual's, out of commission. I don't have to keep holding that lock for the IR. The IR will fly on the telemetry for the medium-range manual, and then once it gets into range, it will track on its own. So it's like a semi-active radar homing missile. It's insanely fun to play. I'm also level 53 in this game. There is no, actual end level. But, yeah. So, air superiority, but it's on Cauldron, but it's air superiority. Cauldron's, one of my favorite maps. It's basically a hollowed-out volcano. Things get very crazy very fast, because there's multiple paths in and out of the volcano, and some of them are, after you have to fly straight up through a tunnel, and those can be useful for surprising and or escaping, because if you screw up on the turn, you're dead. And in this game, it doesn't really matter what fighter you're using, because they've balanced them to the point where even like a F5 Tiger could take on an F-22 Raptor and still win if you have enough experience. You know, if you're a good enough pilot, any plane can beat any plane here. Need to turn down the graphics a little. Max FPS 30. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's why I've got 30 frames. Wouldn't the leg huh? How did I had cleared that cliff. I swear. The stupid lag. The Draken used to have a much higher top speed. Unfortunately, they nerfed it pretty hard, so now it's kind of just iffy. You can't really dogfight, you can't really hit and run because of the low top speed. But it doesn't have enough health to do a dogfight. So you just kind of end up with this weird version of, I'm not even quite sure, considering, well, it's just not insanely good. It's not horrible. It's good at low tier. It's, it's decent. But sometimes my recommendation for low tier would either be get to the Mirage as soon as you can. It's actually pretty decent at lower levels. Again, the Draken is pretty good at lower levels, a little higher than the upper limits for the M3, and then the MiG 23. That's basically as far as I've gotten. Good thing about the A6 is it has 3 external gun pods and some internal guns, so even if you run out of external gun pod ammunition, you still have primary guns. They're just not quite as powerful. Good benefit about the A6 and the A4 is they have cold engines, which allows that. Basically, it means that IR missiles have a lowered range. So, in order to gain a positive lock with an IR missile, you would have to be closer to them than other planes, which is signified by the yellow baseless triangles around them. Is basically saying that whatever missile you're using right now the enemy plane has a trait that reduces its range. So it's recommended you switch to another missile. The A6 and A4 also happen to have better armor, so their damage dealt to them by guns is actually lower, meaning they are excellent at dogfighting. Come on, turn fight. Come on, guys, where the heck are you? There is one downside to the M3, and that is it has a very, very short duration for afterburner. There's also the F100 Super Saber. Honestly, this is what I would recommend that you get as your second plane, because it has two rocket pods with a total of 36 or 38 light rockets and 4 internal precision cannons, as well as 4 short-range IRs. And it's actually pretty good at dogfighting. Also has a very low ideal turning speed, which is useful in dogfights because if you get into a turn fight, you don't really want to have a high ideal turn speed because it'll be very difficult for you to win the turn fight. Oh, nope, you're not getting through here, SU-30. Get over here, F5. I have a present for you. I have 38 of them specifically. Yep, F5, short IR, fire and forget. I hope they weren't in that plane because that got flattened. Yeet. I'm not going into a dogfight with 10 health, because there is no way I live. Hello, yes. We win. Ooh, we got 2 farmers. 2 MiG-21 farmers. Nice. They have beam rider missiles, so the missiles follow a projected laser beam that is shot from the front of the aircraft. Turn rate, nautical miles, feet, knots. Max turn rate, acceleration. Haha. Now I got all the data I need. Well played, well played. And that's why rockets are pretty powerful. Get hit with 4 rockets and I explode into 1,000,000 pieces. And missiles, missiles, missiles. Dang it, missile didn't hit. Ugh. Come on. Let's get this done. Well, I know who's getting reported. And report player. Inappropriate name. Say goodbye to your account, my dude. Air superiority crucible. No. Actually, I just remembered, I do have another plane with its special ability, and that is the F5. Right here, this tip says, in Maelstrom, any aircraft can compete with a 5th-gen fighter. It's not the plane, it's the pilot. Post-stall maneuver. Go. Missiles. Medium-range radars. Radar-guided missiles. I don't think any of the planes in this game have the ability to drop chaff. So radar-guided missiles are either you hide behind the terrain or you get hit with them. Unless you can manage to outturn them, which is not very rare, or not very common. Out of missiles. Kind of running out of flares. Ow. One long-range radar missile and I'm gone. Funny thing about the F-111 Aardvark is, in this game, it actually has no guns. No internal guns, no external guns. Just 6 long-range radars. So, if you run out of missiles, you better run and get to a resupply. Because you have no offense. So it doesn't matter how much you turn, or how good at it you aren't escaping. Okay, I have to outturn this one now. Dang. Ah. So, if you guys would like to see this continue as a series, I would also like if you guys could leave some suggestions for upcoming series. I am currently in the process of figuring out how to get Java Edition onto my Chromebook so that I can do a modded playthrough of Minecraft. Yeah, I think that's it. See you guys.